Trey Spivey was fielding multiple offers as a senior receiver last year in the transfer portal. But it was Coach Rigatoni who promised to name a pizza after him that ultimately got him convinced. Typically a no-nonsense kind of guy, Coach Rigatoni knows how to cut it loose with his team as well. And he's got Bologna State at a 7-0 record so far in Season 3. This is the Rigatoni recipe. A college football dynasty played on Heisman difficulty using the default cupcake roster, all from a former coach's perspective. So smash that like button to go 8-0, hit subscribe if you like learning football, or leave a comment telling me your favorite pizza or pizza topping to confuse the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're wondering, the Trey Spivey is a pizza with 3 ingredients: spicy Italian sausage, jalapenos, and crushed red pepper flakes. 3 spices, no relief. Just the way Spivey likes to play. Let's get into this week's matchup. We're up against Cincinnati this week, and they run a 3-3-5 defense with some nickel fronts and dime fronts, so we're going to pay close attention to that on offense. And then offensively, they run a ton of spread formations, but they run some unique formations in terms of their tight end usage. So we're going to pay close attention to the tight ends as well, noticing that that could be an area of strength for them. We go to their roster, we can see the quarterback, 87 overall, running back is an 88 overall, so they've got some good strength there. Receivers are also pretty solid, so this is a pretty sneaky good team. They don't have as good of tight ends as we would have expected, given the fact that they are running a lot of 2 tight end sets, but offensive line definitely looks to be a weakness. Defensive ends seem to be pretty strong. The tackles are not great. The linebackers are fairly weak across the board, and the corners are definitely weak, so we can run all different types of personnel packages this week. Offensively, they're not going to have anything that can slow us down. Our team's still sitting at a 74 overall. We are number 4 in the country. Dropped behind Florida, by the way, who we absolutely obliterated earlier this season, but apparently they're ahead of us in the rankings now. We're still hanging out at number 1 in the Big 12, and Gideon Davidson has dropped to number 4 in the Heisman race. So we're up against Cincinnati. We've got a few more games left to go in the Big 12. Let's get this season fully underway. Again, Cincinnati, a pretty strong team. We're going to play them on the road. We're going up against Awe and Burns. And this fan is super locked in. I would not want to mess with him in a dark alley anywhere, let alone after a Cincinnati game, especially if we play pretty well. But I always think these intros are pretty cool, especially when we go on the road. I got to admit, I haven't really played a lot of this game outside of this dynasty, so it'd be cool to have a little bit of tradition built in from the game on these created teams, but unfortunately you don't get a lot of it with Bologna State. Coach Rigatoni's going to work on that. First play of the game. Single back, wing tight Z, halfback stretch to the field. Let's get it to Davidson. Let's go.
There he goes. Past the 30. 10.
Now you may think that was a solid start, but Coach Rigatoni with his hands in his knees, not really all that enthusiastic about it. So 7-0 Cincinnati on the road. Good start. We get the defense on the field. First play. You can see they're trying to establish the running game, but we're having none of that yet. A little bit of motion on 2nd and 14. We ran with a stunt inside. Able to get a little bit of pressure, force the ball out early, and then 3rd and 7. Again, kind of that mug look to try to get some pressure. He is able to hit the curl to get a first down, so a little bit unfortunate there. Trying to bring a little bit of pressure here on 1st down. Again, just feeling him out so far. 2nd and 5, we think it would make sense that they would either run the ball or run something short. So we go with the cover 1 robber press. We get the safety up in the box. Read it perfectly. That's exactly what we thought. And then on 3rd and 5, bring some pressure from the boundary. No, he's able to hit the slot down the field. So another nice drive here for Cincinnati to get started. Another seam ball to the tight end down the middle. Fumbles, but he's able to land on his own fumbles. So 1st and 10. Trying the inside zone running game. We're having none of it. 2nd and 11. We mug the gap, see if we can close it down. We do get a stop. So on 3rd and 11, what do? We want to protect the sticks. We run a load front. We get one-on-ones across the board. The pressure's able to get there, and we're able to get a stop to force a field goal. So they kicked the 3, and he missed. Still 7-0 Bologna State. Next drive on offense, going deep into the bag of tricks here with a little bit of a change. So a shift on offense with the 2 tight ends. We run the stretch again, and Davidson trying to hit the edge, but he's not able to get it this time. 2 carries for 83 yards is not a bad start. 2nd and 7, we go power G, leading with the guard. And on 1st and 10, we go back to the stretch because it works so well. See if we can continue to get the edge there, force them to play hard to the outside, and then you cut right underneath it with that power run. 1st and 10, finally going to throw the ball, going down the field to James. I actually thought if there was 10 more yards on that ball, that was an easy touchdown, but very much underthrown. And then on 2nd and 10, trying to hit the stretch, and it's not there. So 3rd and 13, going to the slot cross. We feel the pressure, not able to get it off in time. So Cincinnati does get a stop. 1st and 10 for them on their next drive out. Lots of crossing routes, and he's not able to make the throw. 2nd and 10 from the pistol formation. We're running man coverage. Able to get about half of it back. 3rd and 3, short motion, edge pressure. He gets it off just in time, and he's able to hit the receiver over the middle of the field. So another 1st down for Cincinnati. They're moving again. 1st and 10. I don't know how we didn't cover this, to be honest with you, but he's able to make the throw over the middle of the field. Here we try to disguise some pressure from the field. Think if we can force a quick throw. Our safety didn't really play this well at all, though, so we're able to get an easy gain of 5. And then on 2nd and 5, they run the RPO. We're there, but we get caught up in the wash. One of those things that just kind of happens, right? 1st and 10, they run the short motion, try to get the inside zone, and they're off to the races again. So Cincinnati with a solid drive here to end the 1st quarter. On 1st and 10 to start the 2nd quarter, inside zone to get 5. 2nd and 5, they run another RPO. They get another chunk, but it's a hold. We bring the play back, so 2nd and 15, he throws it underneath, and he's not able to get a lot of yards there. 3rd and 12. We want to bring some pressure here. Typically on film in this situation, we mug the gaps and we drop out of it. We actually brought the pressure this time, but Cincinnati was ready. They had their tight end staying in to block. Quarterback somehow able to roll out and get the edge and get a 1st down. So 1st and goal, they try to run the ball inside, nothing there. 2nd and goal, they go with the zone read, and this has killed us all season, by the way. Doesn't matter if he's a good running player or not. So 7-7, Cincinnati right back in this game. We scored on the very first play offensively, and now it's not looking great for Bologna State. We're in a 3rd and 10. Bullock's got to make a throw here. We go underneath. It's Bo Jackson, the pass catcher, the 3-headed monster at running back with Davidson and Teague, and there goes Davidson again. He's loose. He's having a huge day already over 100 yards. Play action fake, trying to hit Spivey down the field. Ball's a little high, and the contested catch, he's not able to bring it down. 2nd and 10, we go with the RPO, go right back to Spivey. He's able to get a nice chunk to get us a 1st down. And then I love this play, a little post shot here. Play action fake, down the field, deep post, money ball, but we got a flag and we got a hold, so you got to bring it back. That's pretty unfortunate there. So 1st and 20, we go right back to the stretch. Davidson just missed that hole. It was wide open there, but wasn't able to make the cut. 2nd and 18, go to the whip route on the flood to Taylor Harris to get us half back. And then 3rd and 8, trying to find the mesh. He's not able to get it off in time. So 4th and 8, decide to go, and they cover the mesh well again. So Cincinnati is off the field, and Coach Rigatoni learned something about this first half. We'll come back to that when we get back on offense. 2nd and 1, not able to get him much there, so 3rd and 3. Trying to find a receiver down the field. It was a double bracket. The only vacancy in that whole defense is a deep post route, and he's able to find it even on 3rd and 3. Great job by the quarterback there to find the guy. 2nd and 8, trying to find a stick pattern, throws it to the sideline. Not a lot there, so 3rd and 7. We continue to mix up our coverages to try to confuse this guy. So they're able to kick the field goal, and don't look now, but Cincinnati is winning 10-7 here. So offensively, not looking great to start this game. We go back to mesh, and we can see, again, we're getting clobbered on this play. So Coach Rigatoni makes a little bit of an adjustment here. He's realizing that Cincinnati is playing a lot of drop zones, and these short crossing patterns have not really been all that effective. So that's something he's taken into the back pocket as we're looking to make an adjustment into the second half. You can see even here, not really working out to our favor. So here's where we start to mix it up a little bit. It's 3rd and 2. We go the whip route. We're able to make a good gain there. 1st and 10, trying to go underneath again. That mesh concept is there, but then on 1st and 10, jet sweep, trying to get it to Spivey. He's able to get a decent amount of yardage to get us out to the sideline. Now we go with the flood concept. Try to attack the zones, get it to the sideline. 31 seconds, we still got timeouts. We go with a drive concept. This should be good against the zone and a heavy drop. We get the crossing patterns. We got a lot of space in the middle of the field, so we take it. First and goal. Play action fake. Trying a dagger concept. He's not there. So Bullock throws the ball out of bounds. 16 seconds left. Angle route underneath. Bo Jackson, fight for it, my guy. We got 1 second left. So what do? You get the ball to Teague. He's going to get it in, of course. No! So then Bologna State has to hustle to the line. We have 1 second left to try to get this thing going. Bullock gets the snap off, get it to Teague, and we're up 14-10 heading into the half. Yikes. Third quarter, they come out running the ball. We're able to make a stop to get it to 2nd and 4. We go cover 1 on 2nd and 4 into the RPO. It's a perfect match. 3rd and 2, they go RPO. We're pressed up again, not having it. Get them off the field. 1st and 10, we go play action fake. They're all over us, so Bullock just throws the ball into the stands. 2nd and 10, we're trying to stretch run. Davidson, he's getting loose. He's bouncing off of guys. He doesn't stop running. And then on 1st and 10, we go back with the power G to the field. He's able to get a gain of 4. Davidson keeping moving along. And we're going back to these flood concepts because, again, we talked about it at halftime that they were running a ton of drop zones. They actually had a lot of 3-man rushes in this game. We went back and took a closer look at it. So when we were going with our passing game, we're looking at floods. We're looking far less with the mesh concept. 1st and 20, trying to hit James on the sideline. He's able to make the catch on the comeback. 2nd and 1, Davidson able to get us another 1st down, 1st and goal. Again, looking down the field, it's just a horrible throw. The ball just needs to be on the pylon. I have no idea how to make that throw possible. We're doing everything we can to angle it out there, but it's just terrible. 2nd and goal, we get nothing. So 3rd and goal, seeing maybe we can hit this post on the pylon, or I'm sorry, on the back line. If not, don't worry about it. Thinks it's there, it's not. So who said Bullock couldn't run? He's scampering in for the end zone. Give me that spider salute. I know we're in Cincinnati. Yikes! Bologna State able to extend the lead. Cincinnati comes out running stretch, and this just ain't going to work, my guy. We got an under front. We got a safety coming down over on that side. We're just totally ready for that. 2nd and 14, able to bottle that up nicely to get it to a 3rd and 9. Again, bringing pressure from the field. I don't love how far the corner is, but he's able to get all the way there, but he's just so far it's not able to get it to work. So something we need to make an adjustment on. 1st and 10, just barely missed the seam ball, threw it over his head. 2nd and 10, though, he's getting loose again. So Cincinnati not going down without a fight by any stretch in this one. 1st and 10, RPO, dagger right down the field. He's able to get another huge chunk. The guy's got over 200 yards passing. Another RPO to the sideline. He breaks a tackle. Things are unraveling for this defense. So we're down to 1st and goal. We're trying to run our goal line defensive fronts and defensive plays. We go with an inside run. We're all over it, so we've got that bottled up. And then on 2nd and goal, going to bring some pressure here from the edge. We've got this 6-1 front. We feel like the pressure is able to get us what we need to get going there. And then on 3rd and goal, we're going to mug the gaps. We're dropping out of it. Offensive lineman doesn't know who to pick up. We're able to get off the field and force a field goal. So we come out on our next drive. Again, we've been running a lot of stretch. The whole purpose of that is to apply pressure on the edge of the defense and ideally run underneath it with a power.
That's the 1st down marker and still running. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week.
It feels like it could be the dagger. There's only a couple seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati's going to have to put a drive together here. 2nd and 10. They try to run the ball twice. It's just not there at all. Start of the 4th quarter. We're going Tampa 2, load front. Look at the stunt, and they don't pick it up. It's Kobe Garland. Absolute perfect defensive call to isolate the defensive end on a running back, using that stunt to perfection there, especially out of the Tampa 2 to protect the sticks. Cincinnati back off the field. 1st and 10, we tried this play earlier to Spivey, and the exact same thing happened where he just dropped the ball, so I'm not sure what we need to do differently on that one. Solid run there for Davidson, and then on 3rd and 2, Davidson, he's just so fast. You feel like every play he could potentially score. Another play action, deep shot, not the best throw in the world. Again, I don't know how we can possibly angle these any better. I don't know what makes this game throw the ball accurately or throw the ball where you need to throw it, I guess I should say. But doesn't matter when you got a running back like Davidson. You don't have to throw the ball at all. Just get it to him. get your spider salute. This thing's getting ugly now. What looked really close, and honestly, Cincinnati was winning going into halftime 10-7, but completely unraveled defensively. Coach Rigatoni really with the solid adjustment, recognizing that Cincinnati was playing a lot of drop zone coverages, taking Cincinnati out of the running game on first and second down. That seemed to be a big theme in how they wanted to run their offense by mixing up the formations defensively, bringing some varied pressures that really made it difficult for them and forced a lot of third and longs where we could start to use our stunts, start to use our pressure. But again, even like a drive like now, for example, they run the zone read, and my gosh, it doesn't matter what the quarterback's stats are because they're just going to run zone read effectively against us. It's something we have to make a mental note of as the season progresses. And here's another one. Like, it's just so easy for them to run zone read. The guy's getting 10 yards a pop, and he's not even that good. And then he runs it again, and then he's making guys miss. He's calling his shot. He's breaking tackles. Like, what in the world is going on here? So Bologna State gets the ball back after the onside kick. Again, this game is kind of lost at this point, so we're just trying to run out the clock. Bo Jackson coming in to get a little bit of relief for Davidson. A timeout and a nice little shimmy from the mascot. Bo Jackson again, 1st and 10, trying to get a little bit of yardage. Let's do the shimmy again, because why not show it again? And then you got Teague. Nobody blocks anybody. Didn't do the shimmy that time, so a little bit disappointing. 3rd and 9, though. Teague running to the left, running the Hulk formation. As many of you have noted, seems to run it a little bit better that way, but not able to get the first down, so we kick the field goal, 38-19. Again, this game essentially over. They're trying to get some yards through the RPO game, 2nd and 3, trying to go down the field, finds the deep post, able to make the catch. So that guy's absolutely slaughtering us with 10 catches for 125 yards. Quarterback running around back there. And again, he did not have great stats. If you go back and look, he wasn't the fastest guy in the world. He's a good quarterback by all means, but not the fastest guy ever. 3rd and 9, throws an absolute dot. Why not with a guy in his face? Hits the hole perfectly for 300 yards passing. And then again, an underneath throw, just chipping away, chipping away. They made it really difficult on us, I'm not going to lie. It was hard to play good defense against this team. They just seemed to have good answers for what we did. We got a couple of key stops when we needed it. But again, even with guys in his face, the guy's throwing a perfect ball. But didn't matter because Bologna State's offense and really the adjustment by Coach Rigatoni to recognize what the defense was doing, especially in the first half, to get themselves what they needed to move the ball. Davidson with 250 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. They always slap on the top of the head. I don't like that tradition from Bologna State. I feel like it's really dangerous for the players, could lead to CTE. It's something we have to address as a team, but it's good to see. Look, 8-0 for Bologna State. It's been a long season. They've been playing well. They've been playing top teams. They're convincing wins in the Big 12. This is not an easy road game by any stretch, and this guy played well at quarterback. He only had 1 touchdown, but that really doesn't tell the story of how well he played. And this guy, Jabari Smith, I mean, 10 catches for 125 yards is ridiculous, but it really came down to the running game. Our passing game was not pretty. 16 for 26 is not a great day, but Davidson was just a monster, so it's what you come to expect from him. I just want to say thank you again, everyone, for your support. It has been absolutely amazing. Davidson wins Big 12 Player of the Year. Couple of stats for the season, just so you can kind of see everything, but you guys are incredible. You're the best fans in the world. I would not trade this for anything. This has been so fun for me. Thank you for your support. Leave a like, leave a comment, and we will see you next Tuesday on Bologna State Day. We're out.